Good morning, everyone. Okay, so today is very exciting. We have the Adventure Awaits pack that I have not touched at all, have not played, have not looked at. This is the first day that I'm even looking at it. Um, I'm pretty excited because I have a lot of ideas of things to build with these new custom lot types. I know the big feature of the pack is mainly the getaways and then these custom venues, which the getaways I don't necessarily care so much because I'm more on the build side. I like to build things. So today what I want to build is a prison. Um so I don't feel like the beautiful Gibby Point is the place to build a prison, right? Like it's way too nice. So my thought is we're going to throw this in the Strangerville world. Because Strangerville just kind of always felt a little bit, how do you put it? A little bit broken down, maybe. Um, I'm thinking maybe this old Penelope lot would be good. It's pretty big. There's also the secret lab, but I think you kind of, I don't know if I can actually wreck that and put it back there or not. That feels like a good place for a prison, though. No, it's just a visit. Okay. So, I think we'll try this one. But I'm thinking these custom venues allow you to schedule out your days. So you can tell people that visit exactly what they're expected to do there, and at what time they're supposed to do it. Sorry, I'm just peeking at the other lots real quick. So I think this yellow house is one. That's too small. There's the one that the bar's on, which is also... It's a good spot, but it's a little bit too small. You know where else would be a good place, though? I just don't like that there's no, like, pavement around this. I think another good spot would be, in the eco... Get what the... What's that place called? The eco one. Evergreen Harbor. There's a... Yeah, like this could be a really good place for a prison. Maybe even Oasis Springs. But I have a lot of stuff going on in Oasis Springs already that I don't really want to get rid of. I want it to be kind of dumpy. Moonwood Mill, maybe. I really don't play with this world too often because... I don't know. It's just so dark. Werewolves are not really that fun for me to play with. Mm-mm. Del Sol Valley could be a contender. Because this part of it, I think, is... Let's go look. I think this part is a little bit more rundown. Let's see. But is it prison vibes? Not really. This is a neighborhood. I think we'll stick with Strangerville. That lot in Strangerville will be good for our prison. All right. So, Strangerville. We'll get in here. We'll bulldoze this. And, I mean, I'm thinking just what you think. Like a big stone, concrete. We'll put like a little outdoor yard that they can go run around in. Let it be known that I've never been to a prison, so I'm going off of TV, what I've heard. Uh, I don't have any firsthand experience here, but I think first things first, let's put our cheats on. We're definitely going to be digging into debug because I know there's a lot of like grimy objects and whatnot that we can use to make it look a little bit more rundown. Obviously, prison's not supposed to be luxurious, right? Or gameplay. Okay, so step one, I'm thinking let's just throw just a big concrete slab down. That'll do. So what I'm thinking, do I want it to be multiple layers or it's probably going to be at least 2 stories. We need to have a fence around the outside, you know, in case anyone escapes. Maybe this one with the barbed wire. And we'll just, for now, like I said, I'll make it nicer once we figure out what the layout's going to look like. And then I'm thinking, let's see, where's the main gate going to be? Because that'll be kind of our deciding factor. I think this is the front of the lot, which is kind of awkward because it doesn't really reach, but that's okay. Let's make this match. You know what I think I've seen before is almost like 2 layers of fence where there's like an entrance. Am I making that up or is that real? Thinking there's always like a little like this and then there's usually a little guard station or something that's like, who are you? Why are you here? You know what? Hold on. Let's put this in the back. We'll leave the fence in the front. Like that, maybe. You know what? Maybe we make this... Oops. Maybe we make this like a guard tower. Right? And then we can be a little bit smaller. Camera do I have on? Sims 3. That's why. I was like, how come I can't move? I was taking screenshots last time I played, so that's why I'm like all over the place here. Okay. Just something little, like a little square guard tower, and then I'm thinking at the top we'll do like a walk around little area to scope things out. All right. Let's get a gate. And I'm thinking let's get rid of the concrete on the outside of the fence. Scoot this back one. Maximize our space here for our inmates. But yeah, my thought is, you know, then we can set the types of people that come here, so we can make it, you know, evil Sims that are in the criminal career track or whatever. We could set activities like lunchtime and yard time and I don't know. I just think it was fun. Everyone I've seen is making you know, summer camps and old folks homes, like cute little community spaces, and I was just like, what if we go prison? um let's see about actually the castle. This might be a good option. We want to go so gray, or should we pick something a little more contrasty? Let's make this high room height as well. And then I think the 3rd story I'll make shorter with the little base around it. We need like a little railing. Nothing fancy. This is a prison. This could work. And then we will put the walls back in the middle. Oh. Should the roof should probably cover this. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Oh, something's weird with this. This is off center. There we go. Roof texture. Oh, these are the tents. You know what? We could use this canvas later. We'll make some tents. I don't know, maybe over like the gym area. Roof, I'm thinking probably metal. Hmm. It's too shiny. Oh, there. That's pretty good. Mm. Now I'm second guessing myself. All right, hold on. Let's see what. Oh, actually, that feels better. We'll go. Oh, the things in The Sims that will drive me mad. None of these match. I guess we'll just go black. I don't like it. Now I want to change the roof color just so it'll match the trim. I guess that's the least aggressive looking. That's black. What's this? Maybe we can do gray. Feels a little bit better. Still not great. Still not a perfect match, but all right, we'll go with it for now. We can get picky with that later. Let's get our lay of the land. All right, so we come in, we check in. Yes, I'm here to see so and so. Blah blah blah, and then I guess the rest of this is gonna just be prison. So let's do maybe like here. I'm picturing another tower like this. Honestly, probably in both back corners. Maybe not the front because this is going to be just open like yard space. Um, but we probably want little towers here in the corner. And then we'll do the same. Oh, I should have did that first, I guess. There we go. All right, and then for this, I was picturing a second story to put cells up there. But I'm worried about it making our towers look less towery. What do we think? Right? It kind of takes the tower away. I guess what we could do... Maybe we bump this in. Get rid of this roof. Maybe we bump this in. Come on. Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness. There we go. Does that make it... Oops. A little bit better? No, I don't think it does. I think we have to move these to the corners. Guys, I'm having a heck of a time here. I'm sorry. Swear I've played this game before. Why is this? I'm on the second floor. Because I deleted the floor. You know what? We're just gonna do it this way. Hey, maybe we're not. Because I don't have a ceiling. I bet that's what it was. There we go. Alright, and then we're gonna move this. We're gonna move this, which is now broken, so we should move that first. Just throw that over there. Oh, it's outside the boundary. But this has to go in at least one square in order for our walk around area to work. Okay, and then copy, paste. There we go. Roof. Bring our fence back around. I don't know if I'm going to keep the brown. We'll see. All right, so there's that. And then maybe in the back I can put just like dumpsters and a little trash area. I don't know. We'll figure this out. I mean, I guess this could be yard space too. Or do I bring this in more and just make it like... Yeah, maybe that's better. Just worried about not having enough space. I guess I could always bring this out in the front. It doesn't have to be like a perfect square. Thinking about it. I'm almost thinking like something like this. And then making it like a fully... Oops, hold on. Hold on, didn't mean to do that. Like a fully enclosed area that they can't really get out of. Is that realistic? I have no idea. I've never been to prison. But what's the point of this usage-wise? I guess I could do more like this, and maybe this is like the cafeteria, and then there's the yard. This could just be a single block. You won't be able to walk through there. And then this could just be maybe bathrooms? Showers? We're gonna try it. We're gonna leave it like that. Let's do something with the roof. So I'm thinking my go-to is usually gravel. I feel like that's just an easy... That looks like cork. Let's do gray instead. And then I usually do just like a little teeny tiny half wall around the top. Oh, I like that new platform. Hold on, where'd that go? Yeah, that's nice. Not for this build, but it's nice. All right, let's get some half walls. Yeah, literally tiny half wall. It just kind of makes the roof look more finished, in my opinion. Gives it like a little edge. And I'll make it match. Just give me... Oh, no. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna have to do it this way, which is gonna be fine. Just have to... There we go. Right? I don't know. It just... Maybe I should have left the inside ones, though. Put those back. Not that one. Alright, and then the gravel. Should their little yard be actual grass, or should we just have, like, pavement? Probably just pavement, right? I don't think they get real... Well, sometimes. Sometimes they get real grass. Dainty meadow grass. So, I don't like that it's dainty. I just like that it's, like, kind of drab looking. It's not real bright. Although, technically, could I get rid of this? Yes, that's better. Never mind. Because this isn't an actual room, so we can just let the terrain show through. And I think that's probably the most realistic. Alright. We need some big doors to get into this place. So, what kind of doors would go on the front of a Just kidding. Maybe... Should we use these? Maximum security. The vault doors. Honestly, it's probably just like normal, like this would be fine. Or these, maybe. This feels right. Again, my experience with this is like Prison Break. I don't have a ton of knowledge of what a prison door looks like. Actually, didn't we get doors? Yeah. There's no windows, though. I feel like there would be windows. I was looking through these because I know with For Rent there's these ones with the gates over them. I don't think that's not the vibe, though. I feel like, honestly, it would probably just be glass doors. Or, like, windows with bars over the doors or something. These feel probably the most normal. Wish they came in a more beat-up swatch, though. One thing... you know what? These are taller walls. Maybe we have better doors in here. That looks fancy. It's a fancy prison. I never go really tall, but let's just... Here we go. Yeah, honestly, I'm just thinking... I feel like glass doors are the most realistic. Probably just business-like. These aren't bad, actually. And I don't know if they're supposed to look dirty or if that's just weird lighting bug that's happening on the windows, but kind of looks dirty. Maybe that could... Let's leave that there. That's a contender. That's also a contender. This is from the detective career. What do we think about that? That could work, right? All right, so let's think about the inside. I'm going to throw down some ceiling lights just so we can see what we're doing. Oh, trying not to peek, but there's so many good swatches when we get to decorating. Like these beds. This was actually what made me think of it. I was like, oh, metal beds? I'm like, this looks like prison. Like this plain, boring swatch? That could be prison. Okay. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for lights. Let's throw some lights on the ceiling. You know, good old reliable. So that we can see what we're doing. And then we'll start mapping this this place out. This, right off the bat, we're going to do this. All right. So my thought is, you come in, you have intake, right? So there's going to be a lady behind a desk, or a man, that's doing check-ins and whatever. There'll be a photo area. We can probably steal a lot from, like, when we do the police station career. That, like, initial check-in spot. So maybe we do, I don't know, like this big. And what we can do is you walk in, we'll have like a holding cell area. We'll have the little office where the person, you know, give me your stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then this will be like the photo area, and then you'll go through the next set of doors. Now, the next set of doors, I feel like should be more, you know, high security, whatever you want to call it, because now you're in the prison. What do we have that gives us that vibe without being very aggressively... I mean, like, that's like maximum security for the basement or something. Even that just feels like too much. Um, could this... I don't know. I feel like that's too much too. Like, we just need like a normal metal doors like this, maybe. Maybe a sliding door, actually. No, it wouldn't be a sliding door. There was a double of that because I was looking at it for outside, and I think that could be our best option. This one. Should we stick with blue? I'm kind of feeling green. The front door is kind of green, so I'm kind of thinking we stick with green. Oh, it's the same on both sides. Even better. Okay, so there's that. This is going to be cells, so we can either use fences, or I'm pretty sure you get cell... wall pieces as part of the career. I'll be honest, I don't know. Oh yeah, that's literally cell door. Seriously, it works. I hope so. We'll find out, I guess. Alright, so let's delete this wall then, because we're going to use these. And then... oh wait, there's tall ones. Even better for our tall wall height. They're criminals. They'll climb out. So we need to we need to consider all things here. Now I have to figure out which of these colors match, because instead of giving us swatches... oh no, there is swatches here. What am I talking about? Why do they have the same door listed so many times then? I don't know. Alright, so this should be the match. It doesn't look like it matches, but... it's the same swatch. I don't know. This one any better? Nope. Classic Sims. All right, well, we're gonna just stick with that then. Over here, we're gonna have a little photo area. And I know we have a backdrop. Yep, so that'll do. Wonder what the police one is. Like, that's too fancy. It might be in debug. We want to go to debug already? I think we do. And we can filter by the pack to help us find it a little bit easier. That is part of, oh, what the heck is that called? Get to work. Let's see. See if we can't find it. There's going to be a lot of good stuff in debug for building a prison. But we're not decorating it right now. We're just looking for... Oh, here, this is it. The booking station. Yep, and that fits pretty perfectly. So let's just throw that there. I don't know. Would the inside be the same brick? Maybe in like the cell part it would be. Right? Or maybe it would be different, like tile type of brick. You know what I mean? Something like that, maybe. This is an office, so this would probably be normal. This might be normal. Oh, that feels right. We'll make it a color. Yeah, I like that. All right, and then we should have a door over here for employees only. So let's do a... We actually have the same door as our double doors in a single, so we'll use that one. If we can find it. There's the double. Come on. No, you're here somewhere. Is it these? I don't think it's these. There should be one with a window, right? Well, here. What is it? What is this called? Steel-toed double door. So it should be steel-toed single door. Yes? There it is. I really wish The Sims, something I would love for them to add is like a favorites. So when I'm building, if I'm like, okay, I'm using this window, boom, favorite it, and then I can filter over here to show only my favorites. Like, that would be really helpful for these bigger builds, you know? How do I want to do this? So this, I wonder if we can do like an open window to make it look like a... Actually, this is kind of perfect. Right? Because you would open it up and be like, hello, how can I help you? Maybe I do two side by side and like nudge them together. Right? Is that kind of good? I think that's kind of good. What other colors do we have? Green? Maybe brown? Does this thing have different colors? Yeah, it does. Wow. I didn't expect this to have swatches. Brown, and it has green brackets, maybe? And then we can make this one green. The brown on the inside is fine, because I'm going to put a desk in there anyway. Oop, sorry. So let's get a... Honestly, it'll probably be more of a table. Right? Like something like this. I wish this had a brown swatch. I mean, maybe we make this fake because I don't really want, when people visit the lot, I don't want them coming in here and using um, the computer or whatever I put in here. So it's probably better if it's not a truly functional space. So maybe we'll use like a side table to look like a desk. And then we can alt place a computer on it. I wonder if we size this up, if it would fit perfect. It will, but it's giant. Okay, this is... Forgive me, but I'm just tired of not being able to see in here. I think these need to come down, too, because realistically, you're using this as more of like a, you know, checkout counter type of deal, well, check-in counter. I guess it could go both ways, right? Maybe you're leaving prison. You're not just getting here. And we can do... I just need like a long, skinny table. I like that this is kind of old-timey looking. This is pretty standard. That looks like a bench, not a table. That's like a... Not it. You know what? Maybe shelves. Maybe we can just put shelves to look like a floating desk. Let's see if they have... No, you know what? I know exactly what we're going to use. There is a wall piece, and it's literally just a slab of wood. I've used it for a lot of different things to like make, you know, built-in structure type bookshelves or like around beds. Okay, well now I'm looking like a liar. Maybe it's on the roof. Maybe it's a roof thing. There it is. So if you size this up, it's going to look a little weird, but it might... Why is this not? There we go. And we could bump it up one more to make it flush with the window. We can change the color however we like. We can even do green. It was made to be. And then it can just float there, and that's fine. And we'll put... I don't even know. We probably don't even have to use a real computer. There's probably something in debug we can use. Let's see if there's like a little... Oh, there's literally a desk. Well, forget that idea, because look at this. It's perfect. And then it has the phone and everything. And we can just bring these down to the correct height so that it morphs right in there. I think that's pretty darn perfect. Maybe we throw a trash can in here and then a little chair. Oh, here, some filing cabinets. Filing cabinets are a good idea for the prison. Keep your documents organized. Maybe there's a small one on the side here. Actually, you know what? We'll put it over here. And then we're going to need a chair, which is fine. We'll come back for a chair. Throw that up there. Some hanging files, maybe. That on the desk. Oof. This is a lot bigger than I thought. Maybe we size it down and just throw it there for a little something. Oh, here's Carol and Hubert. Who are they? We'll pretend that they're Employee of the Month. Oh, here's like criminals. That's fun. Where can we hang those? Let's put them over here. Have you seen these criminals? Oh, security cameras? We're definitely going to need those. Probably pretty much everywhere. Would it be kind of funny to just put like way too many? Every wall is secure. A library cart. These are good lights to use. Feels very prison. Throw some in here too. All right, let's see what else we've got. Matches? Probably not. I do love the idea of like throwing a trash can and putting... Oh. Well, never mind. Banana disappears, so no banana. All right, so let's go get... we need some seating. They need at least some benches or something. Yep, that'll do. Should we go along the back wall with them too, maybe? Realistically, this would probably be 2 cells, but I don't know. I feel like it's just holding. It doesn't need to be separate. I think that's pretty good. Put the walls back up. All right, so we have holding, we have booking, we have check-in, check-out, however you want to call it. We need a chair. Throw this little chair in here. And I mentioned a trash can, so let's go see about a trash can. Appliances. I realize we're still filtered for just get to work, but that's fine, you know? I don't need anything too specific yet. This is pretty good. Did we put a plant in here? Oh, we got a new plant with Gibby Gibby. I was thinking for this corner, but... maybe there's like a cool prison-related sculpture. Um, Computer hard drive. Wonder if we could put like not this specifically, but something, you know, like a air duct or something, maybe. Some pipes. Maybe some pipes are cool. Now I know. You're gonna look outside, there's no pipes. I think it's fine. Maybe there's better. Let's see. Ooh, maybe a phone? Right? Thank you for calling. What are we gonna call our police station? We're gonna need a name or our prison. It should be something kind of silly. See these pipes. Suspicious wall vent. I'll say it. Thing's giant. Questionable air duct. See, that's kind of what I was thinking. It's a little bit big. I think I like... Oops, sorry, misclick. I think I like the pipes better. Let's leave it like that for now. Let's put our wall back. And what do we want the wallpaper in here to look like? You know what else I'm thinking is this back wall, we should have a, like a bulletin board or something. Oh, diving boards. Prisoners probably can't have a pool, right? Too high. See what kind of wallpaper. Classifieds. Honestly, we could probably go something kind of boring. Just plain. It is an office in a prison, so I'm thinking we break up from the green a little bit and let's do maybe just brown. All right, I'm pretty happy with our first little area. Oh, the floor. Maybe I should do the floor. What do we think? Maybe some beat up linoleum? Feels right. And then in the actual office, it'll be nice. It'll be like wood. We'll do old wood, though. All right. Moving on. So, welcome to prison. This is your home now. So, we need cells. We said this would be the cafeteria, which suddenly doesn't feel large enough. So, I'm thinking about moving the yard over so that we can make the cafeteria larger. Right? Go. All right, so let's do probably just a big archway to get in here. Maybe even bigger? Castle gates. I don't know though. Should it be like that or should it just everything is doors, right? Because what if we got to lock down? Let's do it that way. And then we need bathrooms. So I'm thinking this becomes a hallway to need like a big shower room. Okay, so if this is a hallway to lunch, cafeteria, this becomes bathroom, showers, that whole spiel. Um, maybe we put stairs over here, and then this becomes... Let's see, this would be getting into the yard. I like the idea of hallways because there's always, whenever I see, shows and stuff, there's always hallways leading pretty much everywhere. Maybe we have like a med bay, right? Like what if someone gets hurt or sick or something? Maybe that'll be what this is. All right. And then I need cells, which I feel like I already don't have enough space for. Just thinking. So if we're upstairs, the way I've always seen it, I'm going to use actual walls, and then I'll use those cell walls instead. But it's always like all around the outside, right, is cells or walkway. And then the middle is always open, and there's stairs that go up. And that's usually like the common area. I think this one's too thin. I'll turn grid back on for a second. 4, 4, 4, 4. Okay, yeah. So then what we would do is remove the floor in this one. It looks down below, and this would be like where the whatever you call it is. So you know what? Let's bring this over because we don't want to look down into there. And let's use this to kind of guide everything else. Right? So then my idea becomes... Okay. Maybe we have bathroom, showers are separate. And then... Or... Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. Let's open this up. Let's open this up completely. I think what we're going to do instead is we are going to rearrange this. Because if we do something like this instead, maybe they get in here from even the back. They have a little door. Gotta think about safety here too, right? Like, let's scoot this over. So then You come in. Here's booking. Here's this. Maybe we put another bench over here. Because then what that does... Hold on, let's center this between the benches because my OCD likes it. It frees up this whole space to do something else. Because I really want like a big open shower room. And with the upstairs, we can't very well do that. But what we can do is now we can put cells all around the outside here. And then upstairs as well. We'll put a big staircase in the middle. I think this could work. So let's mimic the upstairs. 2, 3, 4. Two, three, four. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll fix, the spots that we're seeing here. Just give me a second. Throw some more lights in here so we can see. All right, so then the vision becomes... These are cells. How big do we want to make them? Should we just make them little squares? 4x4s? Nope. Not the right number. We have 6, 7. So 12 and 7 is 19, which doesn't divide evenly into anything. Why? You're not. We're gonna fix it. Actually, I think this needs to merge in there. I forget. Boop, boop, boop. All right. Then we are going to move this 1, 1, 1. 1, because that's supposed to be 4. And I think that fixes it, right? Now we have 20 squares. So 4, 4, 4, 4, and 4. Okay, much better. Sorry, guys. My brain. I have to appease the brain. This I need to fix. And that's already in the corner, so that's good. And this is going centered as much as we can. Here. All right. Just coming along. We're getting prison. Let's bring the green around. So this, I'm thinking, is going to be showers slash bathroom slash that's it. Showers and bathroom. And then over here, we'll do... Actually, we don't need a bathroom because we're going to throw a toilet in their room. So this will just be showers, which means this room is too big. We'll put medical in here too, maybe. I don't know. I want to do the cells. That's my excited part. So let's do some cells. We're going to use the same ones as here. All right. So we get our dividers up. I'm not going to put the front doors and stuff on yet because I won't be able to see what I'm doing. But we'll at least put these in so we can lay it out. Or, hold on. Should there be real walls between them and just not on the fronts? Right? Because you wouldn't be able to see into your bunkie cell normally. So let's, I think just like that. And then we'll leave the walls, oops. We'll leave the walls between them. Jeez Louise, come on. In other words, the bunk beds are going to look kind of weird too, just like up against the bars. All right, there we go. They each get one light. And then this side, we're going to have... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what these are going to be yet, but we will figure that out. I just wanted to make like the hallways there. All right, cool. Cool. So let's get some... Let's get some ugly linoleum for in here. And let's do bunk beds. I think we're going to use the new bunk beds. Not that, you know, children's summer camp beds look like prison beds, but I think for our purposes, they're going to work quite well. Let's just take a look at the different swatches. Most of them are a little too fun. I'm between this one and this one. I think this one's more matches better. We also have, there's old bunk beds that we had from before. I mean, there's all white, but that feels aggressive. And they would definitely be metal, so we can't even really look at the other ones. But this is good. Let's get a bottom bunk. Is this our new one? No. I hope they wouldn't do that, right? Oh no, here it is. All right, and then we're going to copy. Oh, I missed one. All right. And then in an effort to make them all the same, should I do... This feels unnatural. I feel like that has to be off to the side, right? Maybe we can do just this one like that. All right. There you go. You got beds. We need a toilet. And I think that's pretty much all they get. Let's just Google what a prison cell looks like real quick. Jail cell. I feel like it's just gonna look so empty. Which, like, I get it. They're not there for fun, but I feel like there should be something. Oh, they do have a sink, usually. Um, yep, sink, toilet, bunk beds. This one has a desk in it, but I don't know that that's realistic. I feel like they would have, like, a little table or something, because don't some of them have stuff? You know, they can buy commissary and whatever, so maybe we'll give them a little table. Our prison's a little more, a little bit nicer than most, we'll say. See, do we have a sink to match our prison toilet? I don't think we do. Which is a bummer because I don't really think the rest of these match what we're looking for. I guess this one, but it doesn't come in gray. It's almost too nice. What about this? It's come in any... It was in brown, but it's still white. I need, like, the actual porcelain to be a color. I guess there's this, but it's like a wash tub. It looks a little... like a little too much. Maybe this? That's not bad. See if we can get our swatches to match. Yeah, that's not bad. They probably wouldn't have a mirror, right? That's risky business. But I really kind of want them to have a mirror, so I might do it. Because there is a mirror that's, like, broken. We could say it's shatterproof. It's made of plastic. It's not a real mirror. It's just reflective. Actually, here, hard time mirror. But no, there's a broken one that comes with... I think it's the werewolves, actually. Did I pass it already? Should be pretty cheap. Oh, yeah. Oh, but it's a full length. All right, you know what? We'll stick to the hard time mirror. All right. There's that. Let's see about, like, a little table or even a desk, but I want it to be a little bit beat up, but not like made out of a door beat up, just a little bit beat up. I don't know if we have anything like that, honestly. I might have to get creative again. And maybe we just use like a side table and make it look like a desk. Or just like give them something like this, maybe. Wish we had like a little plastic folding table or something. See, there's this, which is a little bit beat up, but it's too cute. Like, they wouldn't give them that. Needs to be more just plain. That's got glass in it, so that wouldn't work. I feel like it has to be this one. Maybe we put it in the opposite corner. Fill that space a little bit. You know what? I didn't look at dining tables. Oh, yeah. That's probably more what we're... Brown, maybe? Oh. And then we can put a couple of chairs on it. Oh, great chairs. We can scoot it back a little. There we go. I think that cell's finished. So let's get some doors. I really hope these doors work and they're not just for looks. We might have to play test. Oh, I don't want that bench. I want this. Cannot be cloned. Okay, well. Oh. Maybe this is the kitchen. Let's go find appliances. I guess it's under stoves. Yeah, like this one. Right? And they go up, they get their food, and then I'll just put a bunch of tables in here. Maybe I'll put some card tables and stuff. Debating about more cells here. Because what else are we going to use this space for? We're going to do showers and med bay over here. So, like, what else would we do in a prison? I guess we need the warden's office, right? The warden could be upstairs, too. That feels right. Like, this would be the warden's office, overlooking the whole thing. All right, let's do... Trying to get a visual here of, like, thinking about this. I think what we need to do, too, is we need a little walkway. Right? Build a floor. Build a floor. Build a floor. And one more time. Okay, now... Actually, put those back. Because we're just going to turn those into fences. A little railing. We'll use the same one. That we used on the watchtowers. Sorry, I'm like starting to talk and then I start thinking about things and I'm not finishing my thought. Alright. Fence, 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 and fence. Okay, so that looks good. And then these are all going to be cells. So then same as downstairs, we'll do 4. Or, you know what we can do actually is we'll just copy paste the cell right up here. 3, 4. This we're gonna have to figure out. It's the only problem with doing 4x4 cells is we're getting the corners that are like basically unusable. And I'm not sure what we do about it. So we'll have to come up with some ideas. My idea is for this to be like the warden's office. This, though, what do we do with this area? I know, you know what we need is a laundry room. That's something they always do in prison. They always make the prisoners do laundry. So maybe we'll make this part a laundry room. It's kind of a weird shape, but I think it could work. You know what we're going to do first, though, is save, because we haven't saved yet since we've been playing, and it's been over an hour. Okay. So my idea was med bay, laundry. Actually, this could be part laundry, too. And then we have kitchen. We'll put some tables and stuff in here. This... What is this going to be? Oh, showers. Showers. Well, now I'm second-guessing myself. Maybe we could put a gym in there. Showers and gym. Because that's pretty big. And we did get new weights from the Adventure Awaits kit. Or pack. And I think that could be relevant to a prison. Like, they're probably not going to have too many things that they can work off of. But... Alright, I can't replicate this room because it's not a room. So what I'm going to do is make it a room. That way I can copy the whole room and put up here. And then I can literally just boom, boom. And I will go back and put all of the things on the right walls and whatever. Okay, so now want this. Oh, we lost our tables. I didn't even notice. Darn it. Oh, because it can't be cloned. Okay, we can add that later then. Oh, and it did bring the doors. Awesome. Okay, good. Okay, let's see. Table. We need objects, surfaces. All right, this first one, we have to reverse everything. And then we have table. This one goes way. And table. Right. This one right. And then we have table and table. Here, first. Oops. All right. And one more. And then we need some chairs. All right. Almost done with that. And then we can start working on some of the other spots. The one thing I don't think they gave us in Adventure Awaits, which I'm not positive because I haven't done it yet, I've just watched playthrough videos. I don't believe that you can set different areas to like employee only, which is a bummer because they gave us that in businesses and hobbies, and it's really nice for keeping the visitors out of areas you don't want them in. But unfortunately, I don't think that's something we have with. If this is changing or not. It's not. There we go. I don't think it's something we have with this pack. So, all right. And now we can delete the walls here. And we get perfect little prison cells. Oops, hold on. Oh, they didn't come over for this side. Oh, weird. All right. I wonder if it's because I rotated this side. Oh. All right, hold on one second because I also need to do this. I want red. That one's better. Like that, maybe? Too dark. And for some reason, we lost our fence, so we'll get that back real quick. All right. There we go. Maybe brown. I don't really want it to look red, because with the green, it's... We don't want a Christmas prison. All right, so that feels pretty good. We got to go put all our outside back. Ooh, and we want that to go away. Oh, why? What did I do? All right, hold on. Hold on. Oh, it's doing something weird. Okay, so let's delete that quick. And let's see if we can't make this a room. We can delete the floor afterwards. Just... Oh, it did it again. That's so weird. I mean, does it matter? Maybe not. Let's do this again, and let's see if we can't remove floor. If that doesn't delete it the same way. Nope. It's gonna do it. I don't know. I think we're going to just have to try to ignore it. Because it really makes a difference here. We can't have that stark white. So, okay. There's our cells. Finished. Done. So then the middle area down here, we're going to need some stairs. So let's get some stairs. I'm picturing these ones. And I'm thinking like something like this kind of action where we're going probably over here. I'm also thinking double width, which I should have done first. So let's boop. And then we want to turn, turn, turn. And maybe here. Bring that out one more, just so that they can walk the whole way around. Right? All right. We've got stairs. Should we put a railing on it? Probably. I think there's railings that actually match. I don't hate the chicken wire, though. Do we have a fence like that? Chicken wire feels kind of prison to me. It's a little too nice. Their beat up swatch. Nah, they're all pretty nice. All right, never mind. Let's go back to this. There we go. There's green. We could do green stairs too, but I think we'll stick with brown. All right, let's get some tables. So tables, honestly, I'm picturing the game tables just because then they can play cards and stuff. And we do have some here that we can just make very, very plain. So we're going to go top down again for this, just to make sure everything's spread out kind of even. I think that's pretty darn good. Let's get some chairs. We'll use the same ones as before. Oops. The only thing I hate about these chairs is that they have to place every single one because they're refurbished or whatever. Whereas if I pick one that you can copy paste, then I can just bam, 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 bam. But none of these are really... Oh, wait. These are actually like rusty. Maybe that's better. What other colors do we have? Oh, the only ones that are rusty are red or like a dirty white or a regular white, so we'll stick with these. We put one more over here? No, because there's going to be doors going that way. Down. Right, we're going to have doors going through there. I don't know. Part of me wants this blocked off. Maybe we can just use these. Right? Is that kind of weird? It's too many. All right. We'll just leave it open. We'll figure it out. All right. I'm pretty happy with that. So then we have light. Light. I'm also, once we're like in live mode, we're going to go through and make all these lights yellow. Like the light that they give off, I mean. There is no real center here, is there? All right, we're going to leave it like that. For the kitchen, I don't think we really need to do much. We need a door for the employees to get in. Let's put that over here. And then I'll put some appliances and stuff, but I really don't want the regular people back here, so that's where I'm like, I don't know if I can lock it and unlock it for certain people or how we're going to do that. There is the metal counters from these ones. It would probably make the most sense considering this is a prison. We'll throw those there. We do need a fridge, which again, we're going to just do very metal. Maybe we do two. wonder if there's anywhere the doors are like more centered. So putting them together would make it look like, oh, there's this one. So it looks more like one big giant fridge, you know? All right, that's pretty good. And then we need some trash cans. Or there's going to be trash everywhere. Probably a sink in the kitchen would be a good idea too. Which for those, we can use these big industrial. I think that's pretty cool. All right, let's get some trash cans. Trash can. Prison. Okay, so we want a prison trash can, which is going to look like what? Maybe, and we don't want just straight barrels, but maybe literally trash cans? Or like an outdoor style kind of trash can might be appropriate. Or should we throw these in there? These feel like school trash cans, not thinking these. So we'll throw these around a few places. All right, that feels good. Honestly, I think that's pretty good for the, common cafeteria area. Not really sure what else we would put here. Maybe some. There probably wouldn't be clutter and stuff because then, everything's a weapon if you're creative. These guys got nothing but time to figure out how to be creative. So let's think about showers slash like a gym. So activities, and we're thinking active. So definitely weights. Weights feel like something they would have. Um, Probably punching bags, right? We got to figure out where's the showers in relation to this gym too. So let's do a couple of these. That one's got ninja stars in it, so we're not going to use that one. And then the weight set. Maybe one of these. I don't know if they would have that or not. You can tell I don't work out, by the way. I'm like, one of these things. I don't know what it is. Looks like it was made out of a car seat. So let's use maybe this one. I don't want anything too fancy, though. There's also the new spin bikes. I don't know if they would have spin bikes in prison or not. But maybe we'll have just like one of two of these back to back. Be like that. Trying to think about spacing. Be like this. Technically, these bump into each other, but I don't think it's going to matter for gameplay. I think that's going to be alright. These we can move back one. Or honestly, we could put them just side by side. That's probably better. And then there's room for free weights. Alright, I think that's good. Let's move this in here so we have some light, and maybe we'll use the wood floor in the gym. And the kitchen. Oops. Alright, and then this is going to be showers. So we can use the sleek bathroom kit. I don't know if I can literally just search sleek bathroom. No, I don't think I can. I don't know what that thing's called. It's like a little concrete divider. And it's perfect for this because you don't get a lot of privacy in prison, but you might get like a half a wall between you and the guy next to you. And that I could use these for. We're just going to filter by sleek bathroom because I'm not going to be able to find it. See, it's not even in this area. I don't know where it is. And we can use, there's actually green. So we'll use green. we're going to turn grids on so that I can make this even as possible. Honestly, it's probably better for me to just go all the way across. That way I know for a fact that it is even. All right. And what we're going to do is something like this. Now, if I bump this down just one, do we lose that line where they connect? Not really. Nope. So I might as well leave it like that, and it's, you know, then it's intentional. So then the idea is that I'm going to put showers between little walls like this. So let's see. Let's see what makes sense. I'm also thinking maybe lockers in the middle. I know they probably don't have lockers, but I just want something to like break up the shower area. Then we have plumbing, shower, and we can just use the cheap one. Actually, we'll use the Love Struck one just because it looks a little bit better. And we're just going to space these out a little bit along this wall. Boom. 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 We're going to throw some flooring down. Preferably something that is stained would be wonderful. Like, that's pretty darn good. I'm trying to remember if there's any... I know this is pool tile technically, but I don't hate it for something like this because it does look so kind of old. We could do masonry as well, because I think there's some kind of grubby looking swatches here like this. It's kind of stone maybe. Oh yeah, the castle one. That's like, that doesn't even look like tile though. I want it to at least resemble tile. That's what we need, is more gross floorings. We go with this one? There was nothing under tile that's actually... I guess there's this one. These I could make tan instead. have any kind of grubby wall tile? I don't think we do. I think all our tiles actually pretty good. That one I guess is a little bit. Not even really tiled though. This could be good. Because then what we can do is we can put just like normal tan on the walls over here. How great would it be if we had this dirty swatch in the same color? But alas, The Sims does not give us that. It's gonna be hard to find a color that's actually matches. I mean, that's kind of good. It's a little bit too dark, but not bad. Oh, it's bad over here. Ugh. Well, what if we find tile that goes all the way up? Maybe that would be better. It's coming brown. Oh yeah, how about that? Not really dirty, but we can put some grime and stuff on it later. I think that's pretty good. All right, so then we want to put some more of these between. Oh, I should have known this wasn't going to be that easy. Nope. I think I'm going to leave it. I don't really think we need to do the dividers because realistically there wouldn't be dividers, you know? I do kind of want to look at lockers because I thought there were. Yeah, these ones come in different colors. They're really not any better though. There's no. I was looking for like brown. These come in like any. No. Those are kind of nice, so we don't want to use those. Yeah, I think we're fine with what we've got here. All right, so there's the showers. Done. Let's throw a single light in there. Light over here. And what's happening over here? Oh, you know what we haven't put down in a while? Some security cameras. We're gonna need a lot of those. Pretty much, I think every door should probably have one, right? Probably up here going up the stairs. Probably over here. Probably one in the kitchen. Ironically, there's probably none in the actual cells, though. So we'll leave that. In the gym, absolutely. I'm thinking the gym should have glass walls. Like this wall here should be glass. Which is fun because I haven't gotten to use them yet. And I need doors that make sense. Or maybe just a... just an opening. Yeah, I don't hate that. Oh, we got some new columns. Oh, I like that actually. But I'm just looking for old reliable right now. Just to this should be make it the gray to match the windows. All right. So there's that. Showers. Don't know what to put over here. Maybe like some more lockers. I don't know. Something needs to go over here though. I'm almost thinking like hooks, you know, to hang towels and stuff. Maybe a towel rack. Laundry basket. Maybe we just do some of these. Maybe like the cart. Yeah, that kind of works. Put linoleum in there. I think that's... Oop, we lost a wall. I don't know why, but sometimes that happens. Place something that the game doesn't like, it makes it go away. All right, so there's that. That feels pretty good. We want to do like a med bay area, which I was thinking for over here. I know the doctor career comes with like a bunch of like cots and beds and stuff. But we still have quite a bit to go. And we've been on about 2 hours. I'm thinking I'm ready to take a little break. Uh, I'm pretty happy with what we've got so far. So let's do a quick overview before we hop off. I'm also thinking, real quick, maybe one more building here. Right? To just say, like, this is the actual little guard check-in or whatever. Need a normal single door. And let's do another one of those windows that's like open so we can use it as like a check-in type of window. Maybe we make it black so it blends in. We could hang some signage and stuff. All right, we'll call it there. Sorry, I'm having a lot of fun, but I'm ready for a break. Um, I don't know if I'll be back on tonight, but maybe tomorrow for sure to get a little bit more of this done. So we have our entryway, we have our watchtower, we have our little check-in guard station. Once you're admitted, you go in here to the true booking check-in holding cell area. We have our little office that we decorated very nicely. So you get booked, you come in, you get assigned your cell. We have our cell area, common area. You can play cards, eat food, whatever. I almost said eat games. You can come back here, hit the gym, shower. This is gonna be the yard. I'll throw some footballs and stuff out there. This is gonna be laundry and I don't know, something else. Upstairs, we've got more cells. And then here at the end, we're going to have the warden's office. And that should pretty much do it. I'm debating on throwing a basement with like a maximum security and using those big obnoxious doors just to be silly. But we'll see. And then I have a couple more guard towers that are really more just for looks. But that's what we've got so far. So when we play next time, we'll see about finishing the laundry room area and sorry, I'm just finishing these real quick because these are the types of things that I will forget about if I don't do it right now. So let's just there. Much better. So yes. So later if we play and we get on here to keep building, we will see about doing the warden's office, this laundry room area, or this laundry room area. I don't know what this is going to be then. We'll have to figure this something out for this space too. Um and then yeah, we should be wrapping this up. I would love to play this and see how it works. So we'll set that up together too. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everybody.